everyone, I'm Betty and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and you've had a great month. If you're new here, I am an educator and facilitator of higher consciousness. And this month, the council would like to discuss aliens and UFOs. A few weeks back, the Vice President of the United States said he believes that aliens and UFOs are demons. And we would just like to clarify what is happening and what will be occurring in the near future so that subject can be viewed from a higher perspective. Humanity's true origins are not what we've been taught to believe. With our true history requires a very deep dive, and we're just going to summarize it for you today. There have been numerous civilizations that have lived on this blue planet long before we have, and our history has been erased, lost to time, and veiled for various reasons. And amongst those civilizations, there were 4 previous golden ages. These golden civilizations were of higher consciousness, with some of them being non-physical. They all ended for different reasons, with the civilizations slipping back into lower consciousness. Our true origins and planetary information are hidden in various places around the world. This information is both etheric and physical, and when the timing is right, these libraries will be made available to us once again. And they're bringing up Edgar Cayce. Some of you might be familiar with him. If you haven't, you can do some reading. He's got so much information out there, but there is one book in particular that speaks of the time we're going through now, and he did speak about Egypt, where we would find information in scrolls. And again, it's both physical and etheric underneath the Sphinx and the pyramids. So that's starting to come for the surface. So if you're interested in that, you can kind of check out what he's written. He's got like over 22,000 volumes of information over the years. So if you're interested. So, but our personal and planetary records are always available through the etheric records known as the Akash. This information is coded and held within a certain bandwidth, and that is accessible to those who understand how to utilize them. Beings have traveled from all over the universe to experience life on this planet. We are all starseeds, and we come from different planetary systems. Earth's educational system offers rapid spiritual growth because of its degree of difficulty. And I'm sure we can all agree on that. Once you've been here, we all know how difficult it can be. But many of you are related to more than one galactic race. Although it can be common to feel a stronger connection or pull to one race over another. For instance, my strongest connection is with the Arcturians, even though I am related to several other races. And often when I give private readings, the client will receive their home star and planetary system. And this enables them to reconnect to their star origins and light technologies within their home planet. The point is, there are no aliens. We are all related, and we are all connected. So-called aliens are just us in a future timeline. And there are countless species and races throughout our universe alone, all evolving in different forms to support their own growth. Lyrans, Palladians, Andromedans, Sirians, and Arcturians are just some of the races involved with Earth's evolution. They're showing me the movie Men in Black. It's very similar in regards to the different species. that come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And it is just something that we will learn to adapt to once they start reconnecting with us. Dark forces and demonic aspects are also in our world. They exist, and as we progress, it will be looked upon and understood from a higher perspective, because darkness does play an important role as it allows us to experience the contrast between light and dark. Ultimately understanding that everything is and does come from the light. And dark forces exist not only on our planet, but also in our universe. The movie Star Wars was based upon the Orion Wars, where different galactic races battled together against dark forces, giving them the option to choose light or dark. And if you've watched the movies, you know some of them switch from light to dark or dark to light, so this is all an option and a choice for us. All planets and star systems experience this, so they may evolve, and then in turn they help other beings and planets to raise their consciousness from what they've learned. We are at a point where time is running out for the dark forces in this world. This is one of the reasons why we are seeing all this rampant chaos in one form or another. And that's because they're using all their deception techniques to distract us in order to keep us at a lower vibration and keep us in fear. Darkness feeds off of negative distortions like anger, fear, lack, and scarcity, which slows our progress down and prevents us from raising our own consciousness. And by the time we reach 2050, we will have fully entered into the golden octave, the age of truth, love, and unity consciousness. Currently, the percentage of those awakening on this planet is around 55%. So not bad. We've come a long way. And those in 5D and above are roughly around 22%. And those that are still holding firm in 3D is around 23%. Now, keep in mind, these numbers can fluctuate depending on the collective and the individual consciousness. So, if something appears in the news or something happens that's fearful, it can shift it, and vice versa. If something happy happens, it can shift it. You go into a higher light. So just keep that in mind. It can vary. And as our words hold vibrations, we would kindly ask that you consciously start replacing words like aliens with our galactic or star family or off-world allies. This changes the vibration from fear to love, because aliens, what we've seen through the movies, puts a certain sense of fear into us. When we switch the words, we change the vibration. So if you start referring to it as our galactic family, our star family, off-world allies, it will help shift the collective consciousness. And after all, they are our family and friends. We're just remembering. They're your cosmic cousins, the ones that you have just forgotten about since you've been here. And our galactic families are helping us through this grand transformation, one which has never been done before. We are shifting from a carbon-based body into a crystalline body while in physical form. By transforming, we are creating a new race of galactic humans. And again, this has never been done before, so everybody's eyes are watching us. And at the same time, we are collapsing old timelines while building new architecture for the golden age. And I feel we all deserve a medal for being here, or at least a pint of some really good ice cream for all the hard work we've done, because we all deserve it. Galactic beings and starships surround our planet as well. They reside dimensionally within our inner Earth and within our oceans. This year, we will see an increase in ship sightings as they start to decloak, allowing us to adjust to them before open contact. 2026 is contact in visible form, and by late 2026 and early 2027, there will be how did I just say that? Oh, that was weird. Okay. 2027. That was weird. Okay, that was a glitch, or was it? There will be individuals selected with whom physical contact will be made. They already knew who these beings, humans, will be. So, but you can also put it out there if you'd like to start contacting them if you haven't already. Contact has already been ongoing with our scientists, engineers, innovators, and governments for decades, assisting them in developing technologies in different sectors that will help humanity evolve. Common items they helped us develop was Velcro, CDs, and lasers, which now we look at as common things, but when they first came out, it was like, wow, this is really great. Well, where did you think it came from? They have helped us along the way. But certain people in power do not want us to have contact to happen for multiple reasons. And this brings us to the subject of the missing scientists and the UFO communities, and those in the UFO communities. All of them held information in different sectors of importance and in regards to UFO activities. And when I asked what happened, I simply heard cover up. And I would be remiss not to honor David Wilcock. His passing shocked his family, his friends, and those who followed him. For those of you who are not familiar, he was on Ancient Aliens. He was big in the UFO community, and did so much more. If you're interested, again, you can look it up. But when I initially looked into his passing the day after, I felt just this huge field of confusion. It felt like hundreds of different energy signals bombarding the field. I could not get any clear information. And then a week later, I saw and felt the manipulation he experienced, not only from humans, but from interference from those off planet as well. In those first few days, people were quick to claim mental illness, despite not knowing him on a personal basis. And this has happened to many humans on our planet when they were holding information that others did not want to get out. There are devices and frequencies that can make individuals feel confused, manipulated, like they're losing their mind, they're going crazy, and really push them to the brink. And I speak from experience with having encountered these frequencies. And Mr. Wilcox had to be an extremely strong person to withstand these interferences for so long. The masters also shared that his information was hidden in different forms. And I'm seeing USB drives, multiple copies of them, that were distributed to different people. He was prepared for this, and his findings will be released by others at some point. It will come to the surface, and it will also in time come to the surface what was being done to him, unfortunately. And as for David, his challenges are over, and we thank him for his service and wisdom. He came here to be a system buster and to enlighten the public of there's life outside of us, and which he did. And again, we thank him so much. They were showing me that he is in healing chambers and surrounded by frequencies of love and peace, because from what he experienced, he has to be brought back into balance. And he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He is fine right now. And they're saying for those who are interested following this trail, for those in the community, both with scientists and with those in the UFO community, look to who they worked for and what their point of research was, and follow the money. And also they're saying what they were studying, how it would help us. And so for those of you interested in digging further, just follow the money. That's always where it is, follow the money. Because there is something that needs to be uncovered, and it will be. What is occurring now is a systematic removal of people and information. They're just erasing everything that they feel is a threat, unfortunately. So when the vice president commented on aliens being demons, that too has many layers to it. On one hand, this was designed to frighten and scare those who are not aware, but also to bring attention to UFO sightings and disclosures that will be occurring. So they're playing kind of both sides of the field, in essence. Well, we told you, So again, and just be very mindful of what you're hearing. There is also a probability they want to speak about that those in power can invoke martial law and take military action against these ships once they start appearing. Now, these ships are impervious to any of our weapons, and if they wanted to harm us, they would have done so a long time ago. And should this occur, again, it's a probability, no, it is a false flag. Don't fall for it. It's a manipulation. They are just trying to incite fear so they can continue to control us. I did find it interesting, though, that in the beginning of December 2026, the U.S. will begin an automatic draft of men between 18 and 25. Now, is this a coincidence, or is it another form of control? We'll just have to see how it unfolds. And at this point, there's no stopping disclosure. It will be a shock to many, as they will have to reevaluate their reality, especially the reality of those we called gods, masters, prophets, and messengers. In truth, they are all highly advanced beings from other planets that took on assignments to help raise Earth consciousness. This will come as a huge shock for many as well, with their belief in religion. Some will struggle with these revelations, some will feel duped, others will be in denial. It's just not happening. But the majority of humans will come to accept and reconnect with them once again. Now, over the course of several years, our star family will reveal themselves to the public. The plan is to introduce themselves in our skies first, and then contact, and then landing in different forms, then visible integration. And for those that already walk among us, they will start to reveal themselves, helping us in numerous ways. Plasma beings will begin to land in the form of pods. And these beings offer us healing frequencies that will dissolve distortions and old patterns just by standing in front of them. Many light workers have already been working with different races. And yes, thank you. And we'll see their roles expanding in different ways. And again, they're bringing up for those who wish to start whatever you are drawn to. Start just tapping in and asking them to connect with you. But again, you have to be a little bit ready for that, but they're saying it can come in ways of telepathy rather than visible at first. So, but just keep that in mind. Yeah, and yes, and as well as continuing to expand their roles and help with those newly awakening, so they may find peace and understanding during this transitional period. Governments have also been quietly preparing behind the scenes. For instance, found out that there were domain names being purchased with the intention of providing information about their discoveries. So I thought that was pretty interesting, that they were already doing this behind the scenes. Our governments will provide briefings that will reveal information that has been gathered and held confidentially, along with some timely videos being released. So there's a lot going on underneath the surface, both galactically and within our governments. I'm getting the quote, "Science fiction will become science fact," and they're quoting that from the movie Thor, if you've watched that. So that's amusing. Okay. Yeah, so it basically will. So, what we've been kind of immersed in with our movies and books is now we will see it actually coming to life. And all of this is happening. It's leading us to the creation of a new golden age, is civilization, one that is based in higher consciousness. An architectural system where resonance is our new currency. Money isn't, but resonance is, where we regain our galactic citizenship and remember all that we are. So there's just so much going on at this time. This is just, again, a brief summary of what's happening within this moment. Let me just check in. If there's anything else they want to say. Okay. They're saying most important of all at this time, stay in presence, because in presence you're able to see things with clarity. It's heart-based, so you're able to be at peace when things arise in the form of distortions. If you start to feel fear, just drop into your heart space, become present, and then see it from the wider perspective and the higher perspective. And that just eases you right back down. And I know this has been, for the last, 5-6 years, it's been very trying for us, but we did volunteer for this, to be here, and not only to witness higher consciousness coming in and building a new civilization, but also being a part of that, being helping with the higher consciousness. So again, just if you need to, put your hand on your heart and bring yourself back into presence every time you feel any sense of doubt, fear, lack. Just bring yourself back and sit with that for a few minutes. And then as you leave yourself open, you will receive answers to your questions. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So today's light language activation for May is for aligning and reconnecting with your star family. So as you hear the light language, if you have a certain race or a being that you would like to connect to, you can put that intention out there as we do this and just take it in. All right. Dahainia ur tusu uta aiti ashtunia. Arenya orenya suyina ar esiti esi ma'auka na ainia ya orana soya ai itia kurtapa su sewiana ai karenia kuroya kiasu arenya nia inia okuria orea pia Ariana, so opening your heart, gari ishti iti orenya nasu to receive, baakuriana suya kurishti itiana, su urba asuinia, yirining karenya, arian mia ushtu, araanya, and harambo kusu iti arania, urea stuinia, arinia, aribi astu uchiante, su urenia tu su warateana. Sha 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 Kurena su kiria kiasu ta yinia kianenia yanea su ia ate su e ipia ta iniaka aranaya su ianayaka ya ananya arena ria kasu Surianayakiate Yanianayakia su ureana sa iteana aitanta ina Riana iakia turiana Ya ustenia ainene Neharetusu ipietiriantusu Na ayaka Urea maya rianeasu Shaliakate Nahuhahi Pishtan Yaniako Fiatu Suyata Nahuhainaya. Yahushte Agoria pia laha png piorinya suyanaya harata suyine mahaya neaka mahaya haretusu haratia oranaya. When you do connect, just connect with a pure heart, pure intentions, pure love, and be open to receive. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Sending you many blessings and hope you have a marvelous May. And I will see you next time. Thank you.